Newsrme. Since the Taliban took over, Afghans have had to pay for peace. Western sanctions hurt millions of people and led to the end of humanitarian aid in poor countries. Rows of mud huts were put up quickly. In dusty places, plastic roofs are sticking out. There were makeshift tents in the corners of narrow streets. Millions of displaced and poor Afghans have found safety in the enclaves around the bigger cities, which have turned into slums over time. Today, whole communities live in these crowded places because decades of war, natural disasters, and political instability have forced them to leave their homes. You can also meet people hurt the most by the sudden economic collapse that followed the war's end in Afghanistan. This is the highest price that most Afghans have paid for peace. The world was unprepared for the Taliban to take over Kabul so quickly in August last year. The international community thought it had little choice but to cut off Afghanistan's primary source of life support, foreign aid, which the country had almost always relied on. Over the past year, millions of people's lives have been affected by the strict rules that led to the end of humanitarian aid and restrictions on the country's financial systems. The liquidity crisis, cash shortages, the collapse of the banking system, and Western sanctions are all complicated financial terms. But for the displaced people living in makeshift settlements, these terms mean only one thing: shockingly low levels of wealth. A shocking number of Afghans can't get their paychecks or savings because they can't get a job or because the cost of living has gone up, and there aren't as many jobs available. This has put whole families in more and more debt. Most people don't have any money to spend, and small businesses have had to close because fewer people want essential goods. In the wake of the war in Ukraine, food prices and other necessities have gone through the roof, making them out of reach for poor communities. About 2.5 million people live in the poor parts of Afghanistan. Like many other people in the country, they have to fight every day to stay alive. This is the price they pay every day for this fragile peace.